Comeback last night, Hannah, for the Raiders in Monday Night Football.
It was crazy.
Terrific ending. Ravens and Raiders. Okay, the win probability just flipped like 1,000 times. Here come the Raiders, 2nd and 10, their own 45-yard line. Win probability 22%. Derek Carr to Bryan Edwards. First down. Potential game-tying field goal. Okay, Daniel Carson, career-high 55-yarder for the tie. Backs him up 5 yards. Win probability 98, and 3rd and goal, and the pass off the helmet, and Anthony Avery picks it off. The Raiders blow it at the goal line. Ravens ball. Raiders win percentage all the way back down to 56%. So the Ravens drive, 50-50 game. Lamar Jackson hit, loses it, recovered by the Raiders, and Carl Nassib forced it out. Lamar's not happy, and Derek Carr on the sideline looking pretty relieved, like, ooh, Lord, thank you so much. The Raiders win percentage jumps to 86%. So they're back now in Carr to Zay Jones, and I believe the win percentage is 100% now, Hannah.
Finally.
33-27. What a game. Lisa Salters afterwards with Derek Carr.
How would you describe this game?
You know what? It reminded me so much of my career so far. A lot of this, you know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful for this group because on both sides we made plays to help us lose it and to help us win it. But the only thing that matters at the end of the day is that score, as we've talked about. So I'm glad that we won.
So what's next for the Raiders after a wild Week 1 win? Are they going to be in Pittsburgh on Sunday to take on the Steelers? Vegas looking to get up to a 2-0 start for the 2nd consecutive season.
What a great way. What a great opening on Thursday. Great weekend. Monday. It's a terrific Week 1 in the NFL. Love it.
And now it is time for half-hour headlines.
That's right. And the Washington football team, not so great start. They have a really short week. They're playing Thursday night against the Giants and with their backup quarterback for about the next 6 weeks now because Ryan Fitzpatrick has been placed on injured reserve with that right hip injury. And Adam Schefter is reporting it'll be 6 to 8 weeks. He was injured in the second quarter of Sunday's loss to the Chargers, replaced by Taylor Heineke, who's going to start on Thursday night. Kyle Allen is your backup. This is nothing new, unfortunately, for Washington. They used 3 starters in Ron Rivera's first season last year, including Heineke.
Monarch. The San Francisco 49ers dealing with injuries, including to their starting running back. Niners coach Kyle Shanahan announcing Raheem Mostert's going to miss about 8 weeks because of chipped cartilage in his knee. That injury requires arthroscopic surgery, landing Mostert on injured reserve.
And that's not all. The Broncos' Jerry Jeudy expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks with high ankle sprain suffered in that Week 1 win over the Giants. He was tackled by Giants cornerback James Bradbury. The MRI revealed no fracture, and well, as head coach Vic Fangio said, it's going to be hard to put a timetable on the return for that sort of injury. He had certainly been poised for a prominent role in their offense. And some other notable injuries from Week 1. Jets left tackle Mekhi Becton will miss at least 4 to 6 weeks after dislocating his kneecap. Becton was their first-round draft pick in 2020. And Lions cornerback Jeff Okudah ruptured his left Achilles tendon. He is out for the season as Detroit now travels to Lambeau Field for Monday Night Football.
To baseball, and the Giants are the first Major League Baseball team to clinch a playoff spot this season, hitting 4 home runs to beat the Padres 9-1 last night for their season-high 8th straight win. San Fran has the best record in baseball at 94-50 with 18 games remaining, guaranteeing them at least a wild card as they try to hold off the rival Dodgers for the NL West title. So just how unlikely has this season been for the Giants? Well, they had a 6% chance to make the playoffs when the season began, according to Fangraphs, and were projected to win 76 games. But instead, the Giants have clinched their first playoff appearance since 2016. Speaking of the Dodgers, their rotation back to full strength after Clayton Kershaw's return. He recorded 13 outs, allowed only 1 run, leading LA to a 5-1 win over Arizona. Kershaw pitching for the first time since getting shut down with elbow inflammation more than 2 months ago.
And the Yankees, Jay, had their biggest comeback of 2021. Aaron Judge crushes a game-tying 3-run home run in the 8th inning, and Gary Sanchez delivered the game-winning RBI single in the 10th. The Yankees rally from 5 runs down for a 6-5 walk-off win over the Twins in a makeup game at Yankee Stadium. The Yankees had been 0-34 when trailing by 4 or more runs.
Wow. Hannah, MLB has a new home run leader for the time being. Vlad Guerrero Jr. hitting his 45th of the season last night in the Blue Jays' 8-1 win over the Rays. With his home run, Guerrero moving ahead of Angels star Shohei Ohtani. He also passed the single season high set by his Hall of Fame dad with Montreal back in 2000. USC looking for a new head football coach after the school fired Clay Helton Monday. That decision comes after the Trojans were beaten at home by Stanford 42-28. Helton began at USC as Lane Kiffin's QB coach in 2010, was hired as head coach in 2015, going 46-24 during his tenure. In a statement, Helton called coaching USC, quote, the opportunity of a lifetime, thanking the school, the players, and the fans.
In the WNBA, the Vegas Aces beat the Dallas Wings 85-75, getting 30 points and 26 in the second half from 6th Woman of the Year favorite Kelsey Plum. Coach Bill Lambier's team clinches the number 3 seed with 2 games to play. And very cool moment at halftime. They honor Spurs assistant coach Becky Hammon. They retire her jersey number 25. She played 8 seasons for the franchise. You see Mark Davis there, a big day for him. So he actually owns the Aces franchise, which moved from San Antonio.
And those are your half-hour headlines.
And a crowd of over 61,000 saw Mark Davis's Raiders come back from an early 2-touchdown deficit to pull out that 33-27 win over the Ravens. Carl Nassib's strip sack of Lamar Jackson set up Derek Carr's game-winning 31-yard pass to Zay Jones and a wild one to open Monday Night Football. Here now are the guys who called it: Steve Levy, Brian Griese, and Louis Riddick.
Well, it all started off, John Gruden talked about Gladys Knight singing the national anthem. He said, hey, man, I want to meet the Pips, you know, and who knew in the end it would be a spectacular overtime victory. When you will look back at this wild game, I'll remember 3 separate times in 9 minutes in the fourth quarter, the Raiders continually coming back, including that most impressive drive with 35 seconds left and no timeout for Derek Carr.
Yeah, and I think their ability to come back, you know, when they were constantly being challenged over and over and over again, I think speaks to the leadership of the quarterback in particular in Derek Carr. We talked to him about it in the production meetings, his need to elevate the play of the young players on a consistent basis and really get them to play above and beyond maybe their own skill, or rather the skill level that they believe they can play to. And he did that in crucial moments tonight over and over.
After that interception, you know, you looked at Derek Carr, and I don't think he saw the ball deflect up in the air and get intercepted. And he looks up after getting sacked, and he had that look in his eye like, what just happened? And are we going down this road yet again? And for this team to come back, for him to get up off the mat, for the defense, which is the biggest takeaway for me, the defense forcing those 2 turnovers of Lamar Jackson that led to 13 points. All of a sudden, that defense can grow and build off of that, turn the football over. Yes, you're going to give up yards and points to Lamar Jackson, but when you needed it most, you got it done.
Baltimore had won 98 consecutive regular season games with a 14-point lead at any point.
Wow.
And so that comes to an end tonight. And now they only have 1 home game in the first 4 games, so tough schedule. And that home game is Kansas City next week on Sunday night. That'll
Thanks
be wild,
a lot,
too.
huh?
They're going to get some help back, though, too, right? Hopefully they get Rashad Bateman. Hopefully they get Miles Boykin.
That's week 4 or 5.
And Nick Boyle, the tight end, as
Yep.
well. So, and they had some injuries tonight, too. So we'll see kind of how they rebound.
Hey, we don't root, but we're happy for the people of Las Vegas. They waited a long time to come out and support their team. And in the entertainment capital of the world, they got a lot of entertainment for their dollar. That's the story, week 1 of this NFL season in the books.
Thanks, fellas. And week 2 of Monday Night Football. All right, nobody won in the NFC North in week 1. And Aaron Rodgers is coming off one of the worst losses of his career. So I don't know. I feel like the Lions are going into the Lions' den.
Absolutely.
When they go to Lambeau. Should be a great one. You can watch it on ESPN, Deportes, the ESPN app, and on ESPN2. We have the brothers Manning, who were hysterical. They had a great debut last night as well. So all sorts of choices and ways to watch this. Coverage begins with Monday Night Countdown at 6 Eastern.
Hannah, the Eagles, Rams, and Steelers all drawing rave reviews for their week 1 performances. But which of these teams can keep it going in week 2? And speaking of the Steelers, Chase Claypool turning up the dial to 11 with this incredible catch. But where will it land in the top 10? You know, 11 is one louder.